Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be doing the weekly reading for the sign of Leo. Alright, we're going to get right into it. Leo, pull out your romance oracle cards and see what the two energies are. If you're a regular on my channel, thank you for coming back. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new, you're just breezing through, surfing the web, you happen to land on this video, thank you for stopping by, taking the time to watch. Cross watchers, you know you're welcome, always. Alright, let's see what your cards are, Leo. Alright, Leo, your first card out. Release your ex. Wow. And getting to know each other. Beautiful. Alright. So, release your ex and getting to know each other. Beautiful cards, right? Indicates a new stage. But we won't know until we get into your reading. So we're going to get your 7 cards out, Leo, and see what it's all about. Show me what's going on with our beautiful Leos this July 15th to the 22nd. Show me what's going on this week. We want to see affirmation, warning sign. We want to get a clear picture of this relationship, the main dynamic, what's going on here. Show me. All right, Leo. Let's see what it's all about. First card out. Queen of Swords. Beautiful energy. Queen of Swords. No bullshit, right? You have 4 of Wands out for yourself. The Fool is for your person. And you have 9 of Pentacles for the relationship. Page of Cups is the card your person has for themselves. Their card for you is the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. Wow. Leo. And they see the relationship as devil energy. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Moon. So what's going on? There's some dark corners. There's some hidden things going on, right? You're not getting the whole story. Could be as well that you're also healing some wounds, right? You could be needing to go inside and deal with some areas of yourself that you haven't been willing to face up to. This could involve releasing the ex, certainly, right? Sometimes we don't release the ex because we haven't been able to get into thinking about what went wrong, right? We're still kind of caught in our feelings. Let me move all these up so you can see them, right? But we'll see. Let's get into it. Queen of Swords energy. I love her. She's one of my favorite queens, right? Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. All right, so she's the one who is like, you can come before her, but, you know, you're going to have to be honest, right? You're going to have to be clear. You can't be fake around her. You can't show her a false face, right? Because she herself has cut away her own falsehood. She's been kind of through the fire. Let me see if this is going to, right, there we go, focus. She's been through the fire herself, right? She's gone through having to be honest with herself. So when Queen of Swords energy comes in, it's like she's not the great punisher or the great rule maker like the king is, but she's the one who lets you know. You know, when you're in front of her, she'll listen to you, but she's gonna let you know exactly where you're lying, where you aren't lying. She's gonna show you yourself. She's gonna tell you the truth about yourself. Right? So she's quite important whenever you are releasing energy or you're releasing karmic I want to say negative connections to the past. You want to have that kind of energy because you need to be honest. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest with the person that you're dealing with, right? So it's necessary, right? It's necessary to wield that sword of truth. Four of Wands is in, so you're feeling very like, right now you're just feeling very much like you want stability, right? You want a stable relationship. You're looking towards stability. Could be that you have someone in your life right now and you're wanting stability with that individual. Perhaps it's not quite there though, right? Because the moon is over here acting on the relationship. And so you're not feeling, you're not 100% confident. It could be that some things are happening that is reminding you of your ex as well. But certainly getting to know each other is still there. So it just could be that you haven't gotten to know this person just yet. But what you're looking for, and this is the thing, I'm not feeling a whole lot of love here necessarily. So if you are dating someone, if you have come out of a relationship, right, and perhaps you've met somebody else, right now, this reading is for the Leo that's more just kind of thinking about how to get that stable relationship. It's not so much that you've met the person that you're so in love with now, but it's more to say that whoever you're wanting to date next or whatever relationship you're wanting to get into next, you want it to very much be something stable, right? Your person sees themselves right now as the Page of Cups, so they're interested. You have somebody who's very much interested in you. They want to give you like a cup. They want to let you know, hey, let me get this to focus. They want to let you know, hey, I'm thinking about you. They might send you a text. They might want to take you out on a date. They might have, give you a little call, give you a flower, give you, male, female, doesn't really matter. They might just give you something, right? Buy you a bottle of wine, depending, whatever the case may be. But they're going to give you some kind of gesture. They want to come forward. They see themselves as the Page of Cups. So they see themselves as coming forward and being sweet with you, being romantic with you perhaps, right? They're not trying to swoop in like the knight or anything. But they certainly feel some affection. They're attracted to you. And it could be, this is very much the getting to know you energy, Page of Cups. It's very much like, hi, how are you? I notice you. I want to get to know you more. Now, you're looking at them as the Fool. Quite interesting. So the Fool, actually the Fool represents the Quant. It represents you, right, in the reading. So whenever the Fool shows up in a reading, it's you. So now this is the card you have for your person. So it could very much be that you're kind of looking at them and saying, hang on a second, this person, because the Fool, it doesn't really matter in what context the Fool shows up in a reading. It's always going to represent you. So for the Fool to show up in a position that is for someone else, it indicates that you see in this person a possibility for a new start. You see in this person a possibility for a new stage in life, right? You can see yourself having a new life with this person. You can see yourself starting a new chapter perhaps in your life with this person, right? And it's quite... You feel very conscious of it. You're very in the moment, right? You are a little bit nervous. It's still full energy, meaning like you're not sure what all's going to happen. The moon is there. So it's certainly a leap of faith. And in addition to a leap of faith, which is often indicated with the Fool, is just simply knowing in your heart of hearts that there's information that you're not quite totally privy to. And I think that that's why getting to know each other has come out, because this is very important for you to get to know more about this individual before you get involved with them, because they're seeing you as Wheel of Fortune energy. So that's quite, right? They see you also almost in a different way. So when the Fool comes up, like I said, the Fool being unicorn, for you to have this for your person, it's very much like you see them as a possibility for a new start. Interestingly enough, they also see you in a similar way because they have the Wheel of Fortune for you. So they see you as a possibility as well. They see being with you or having a relationship with you as a possible new opportunity for them, an opportunity in life, a good opportunity, right? But there is something there. There's still something there. There's still some truth that needs to be told, because here we get to something quite interesting. That is the Nine of Pentacles is how you see the relationship and see yourself in a relationship. So here, right, the Nine of Pentacles is very similar to the Queen of Pentacles energy. She's worked for her Pentacles. She's worked for that garden. You can see her having dominion over the falcon, so that shows her mastery over certain fields, certain arts, her mastery over animals. You know what I mean? The grapes indicate luxury, a certain status, but it is a 9. And 9, I often tell people, if you were used to my channel, 9 is the number for self-realization. It's the number for doing things in a very solitary way. Sorry about my light going in and out. That's like my automatic flash, and it's supposed to just adjust. But the thing is that 9 being the number, you know, we know that the 9 in the major arcana is the Hermit card, right? So when we talk about the 9 of Pentacles, and we talk about that kind of solitude that we see in the 9s of all the suits, you see she's alone in the garden. She has her status, but she's alone. And so for you to see yourself as this in a relationship, it can indicate that you see yourself as kind of being perhaps on a different level as this person as far as money is concerned. It could be that you see yourself almost like a benefactor to this person, which is not necessarily what you want, right? It could be very much that this is a lot of the same energy that you had before with this ex, and you can see yourself almost going down the same path with this person. And I think Queen of Swords is on deck because this is very much about you being honest with yourself as well as with the other person. Be honest with yourself. Is this person just a rehash of this ex? You know, were you in that position before, which is like you were kind of served the purpose of being like the money person, but yet you were still alone, yet the connection was never there? Because interestingly enough, now your person sees the relationship and their part in the relationship as devil energy. And that can be temptation, too much temptation, a slave to carnal emotions, you know. The devil can indicate a lot of creativity, but it can also indicate being a slave to our passions and being a slave to our lusts. So this person is kind of, you know, this person is looking at this relationship as kind of being something that they're not necessarily, I think that they're not necessarily 100% sure if it is the best for them. They themselves may be getting back into a certain pattern of behavior with you. It's almost as if you guys can see a possibility of rehashing the same codependency with each other that you have done with past relationships. Because they see the relationship as possibly being too tempting, this is the devil is also the card. I mean, it's Capricorn, but it's also the card for addictions. You know, they may feel like being with you in some way will make them dependent on you, addicted to you. It's, in any case, it's not healthy energy. Even when people say, well, I'm addicted to her because I love her. Being addicted to someone has nothing to do with love. You know, and oftentimes, like, you know, sometimes we feel like we want that. Some of us want that. We want these kind of angst-ridden relationships because it makes us feel like, oh, well, if they're this crazy about me, that must mean they love me so much. But it's absolutely, one does absolutely not have anything to do with the other. If you're dealing with somebody whose energy is off or discordant or extreme in any kind of way, it's impossible for that to be true love, true and healthy love, you know, that connects with you, right? It's extreme. It's obsession. It's all in their head, you know, and those energies ultimately are very selfish energies. Whenever you feel extreme or obsessive about something, that person can say that they love you and that's why they're acting like that. But the truth of the matter is they're acting like that because they can't stop thinking in their own head. You only serve an objective purpose for them, you know, an object for their obsession. If you weren't there and somebody else was, they would act the same way. It's not, you know, this is not indicative of your personality or your individuality or your uniqueness at all. I can guarantee you, any individual out there who has dealt with a toxic or narcissistic person, or a person whose energy is discordant, and they've told you that they love you and it's all because they love you so much, or it's all because they've had trauma in the past that they haven't healed from, I can guarantee you that you could be easily replaced by someone else who would then be the object of all of their kind of judgment and restriction. So it's, you know, so thinking that they somehow have this deep connection with you is a fallacy. Let me get some clarity here with the Thoth deck. We're going to pull out 3 cards for you. All right, my lovely Leo. So yeah, take care here. Release your ex is on the deck, because I think this almost seems to be like, not necessarily, it's like almost like a rebound, but not so much even a rebound, but just a rehash, a redo, a repeat of the same. Even though the energies on the board seem to be quite nice, right? When we get into the deeper meaning of the 9 and the 15, this is where we see the difference. We see the discord. We see that you two are not on the same page with each other. You don't have the same purpose and goal. And then if we see here as well that you both were looking at each other as an opportunity, right? Like as the object of an opportunity, the object of possibly, for you, you're seeing maybe having a new relationship or a new stage in life, but your person is seeing an opportunity, of a fortuitous opportunity. So that is also tied to a selfish desire, right? And so that's where we get the seed for toxic energy here, even though on surface these cards could well be interpreted as being sort of positive or whatever. The seed of toxicity is there because of the connections and the deeper meanings of the cards and their placements. Show me some deeper insight on this reading. Show me, for our beautiful Leos. I think getting to know each other is on the deck as well, because it's important for you before you jump into this relationship. Because of the moon energy, it may be that, like I said, you're keeping from yourself, you're almost implementing moon yourself, sort of like keeping some things veiled or refusing perhaps even maybe to look at them the way you should. Queen of Swords is there for that reason. You must be honest with yourself, Leo. If you're seeing the same signs as before, as you get to know this individual, if you're starting to see yourself repeating the same thing as before, then it's time to whoa that horsey. You know? I don't read Thoth in reverse. So we got 8 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, and Hermit. There's your Hermit energy, separate. And at the bottom, we have Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so that's the Thoth deck, Aleister Crowley deck. Yeah, so 8 of Wands. Talking about, you know, chaotic energy coming in, right? There's a need. This is Mercury in Sagittarius, right? So 8 of Wands. There's a need to focus your energy. There's a need to focus your attention and your communication. You know, Mercury in Sagittarius, Wands, here we're talking about being communicative, right? But being creative in the way that you communicate, having swiftness with your thoughts and your words, you know, nipping things in the bud before they get out of control, right? Before you're unable to focus. And so this is like a piercing communication that gets to the heart of the matter. And again, this is about getting to know each other. 4 of Pentacles is here because we talk about here about stability. Interestingly enough, look what's here at below the moon. We have 4 of Pentacles. All right, 4 of Cups. A lot of 4s. 4 of Wands. So there's 1, 2. All that's missing is 4 swords. Right? So we have the 3 4s. So it's stability that you seek. It's stability that you crave, because 4 is the number for stability. So you crave stability, and although you may see it in this person, you may see stability in this person. It could be that this individual does quite well. It could be that they have some money, they have some status. They may have something a little bit different than your ex did that's making you believe they have the stability that you crave. But what you're seeing is only on a physical level, on a material level. And I think that you'll find with this individual that there is still this kind of disparity between your energies, right? Because this is just surface. This is just what you see about them in terms of how they're living their life and everything. This is not to say that you're going to have Four of Wands, or that you're going to have Four of Cups, right? Or four, you know what I mean? Four of Cups is a whole different energy. But again, all of this is kind of, all of these cards, all of the four cards are moving towards stability, are seeking stability, right? And all of the cards here in Four of Pentacles, normally we're seeking stability. That's why they call it the Miser card. Four of Wands is probably the only four card in which we see some attainment of the stability. It's not just seeking it, but you've attained it. Four of Cups as well is seeking stability in relationships. And Four of Swords is when you've pulled away to maintain stability. But here, it's just in the material, so you may not have what you're seeking. You may not have this Four of Wands ability, you know, even though this is what you're wanting. Because here also comes Hermit, so there's that 9 energy again, you know. And that's that separateness, that aloneness, right? There's a sense of shallowness here. There's a sense of not getting deep with this person, right? 9 of Pentacles, Major Arcana 9. You know, so don't force it. I think that separation is there as well because of this moon, because there's things that you don't really know about, or you feel you don't know, and it's keeping a barrier up. And well, you should, because until you're sure of what this person has to offer you, until you get to know this person, and you certainly engage your Queen of Swords to make sure that you're getting the truth, the whole truth, and you're also being honest with them, you shouldn't go any deeper with this individual, no matter how much it feels like the perfect relationship or whatever. Because I can guarantee you that you're seeing some signs here of the same thing you went through with your ex. All right, I'm going to call it, Leo. This is your reading for the week of July 15th to the 22nd. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please like, subscribe, and share all that good stuff. Let me know. My regulars, let me know what you think of the new setup, the new filming. I think it's a lot easier for you guys to see straight on the reading. So let me know. Sound off below, okay? If you have a similar situation and you want to get to the root of it a little bit deeper, just schedule a private reading with me. You can follow the link at the top of the screen, and you can schedule a 30 or 60-minute reading with me, all right? And for right now, my lovely, lovely Leos, have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.